Tonight on Lily's Sizzling, we're going to be doing a lot with these guys here, and these are some onions. So we're going to be making some patty melts and some onion rings come up to you for this holiday season here. Make a nice fun family meal of onion rings and patty melts. So who doesn't like onion rings and patty melts? So I'm going to start off here by getting some onions ready here that's going to go into our burger meat. So we're going to want about a good quarter of this onion, and we're going to mush them up into our burger meat. And we're going to make our burger meat really good, and then we're going to start working on our onion rings. So let's get our burgers ready up first. Take about a good fourth of this onion here. And we're going to use this for our burgers and put him inside of our burgers. So I'm just going to chop them up like so. I don't chop them pretty, I just chop. Chop, 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 chop. And there goes my eyeballs. Yeah, I know, I'm crying. Okay. Bowl, cameraman. Onion, into the bowl. Quick. Alrighty. Whew. I am gonna cry. That was really mean of him. It makes me cry.
Can't hold my eyes open anymore. Filming.
I know. I'm over here like cutting and everything. And we're gonna add some other doodads here. A little bit of this Worcestershire. How do you pronounce
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershireton sauce. About a good.
No, you're saying it wrong. It's Worcestershire. Dang it! Now I'm saying it wrong.
How do you say it?
Worcestershire. Ketchup.
Yeah. I don't know what it's called. Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. Worcestershire sauce. Oh my god. That's terrible.
Worcestershire
mustard.
Dang it.
Don't even try. Just don't. And we're going to mix this stuff together here. And this is going to be our burger meat for our patty melts. So a good spoonful or so of ketchup. Good spoonful or so of Worcestershire
sauce. Ton. Where are you getting the ton?
I don't know where I get the ton. Yeah. I can't be PC. I've got to use my hands when I'm making burgers. I'm sorry. We're going to put them up here into our pan. We're going to probably make about 6 burger patties. 2. I can't say it still. It reminds me of this video game we played, and you had to like give them this sauce or something so that the people weren't zombies no more or something. I can't remember what game it was. I just remember watching someone play it. Yeah, they were playing a game where like Worcestershireton sauce made things zombies. I can't remember what game that was.
You're talking about the Abe game?
What game?
Oddworld or?
No, it's not. I can't remember what game it was. I don't know. I don't remember.
Cool.
It was just a weird game. I'm going to have to go Google that. Okay, so we've got our burgers. Burgers. That's Lila's new word of the week. She goes, burger. As she talks. It's really cute. Hearing a little toddler talk. We've got our burgers up here. Next, we're going to get some onions ready for grilling. To grill and saute over these little burger guys here. Smooth them on down a little bit more so they fit nice and good on the buns. Wink, I love doing that. It's like splat. Splat.
Spanking meat.
Splat. I'm spanking my meat. Bad meat. Bad meat. Bad meat. It's been naughty. That's why I'm going to eat it, because it's been so naughty. Alright, I've got my naughty meat here, and we're going to get our onions up and ready to start grilling, and then we're going to get our onion rings ready to start frying up and sizzling. So episode's well underway with our Worcestershire sauce and the burgers and all that good stuff that's in there. So let's get our onions on up, ready for grilling, and then let's get ready to prep for our onion rings. Interesting conversation off camera about school lunches.
Meat.
What he was talking about is rice at school. So what's wrong with rice at school with school lunches at the high school?
They serve like rice that's super dry looking with like 4 chunks of mystery meat.
Yeah, mystery meat is what he was talking about.
Each day one day they'll call it General Showers, the next day they'll call it like Swedish meatballs, but it all looks the same.
It's in these like little containers, and they're like little like paper containers, and they slop it in there, and then it's like shrink wrapped, so the kids.
No one eats the rice.
Yeah, and then they just throw it into the
meat.
middle, and none of the kids eat it. It looks like garbage. I'm not meaning to make fun of the national school lunch programs for what they serve, but it's really bad.
It's pretty terrible.
I was invited to my son's school for lunch recently, and they were serving lunch, and it was supposed to be burgers on wheat bread and a cookie, and it was unedible. It was pretty bad. I don't know how kids eat it.
Most people just drink the milk and like eat the fruit, and that's it.
I feel sorry. That's bad.
The rest of it just goes, I swear, in the garbage.
Caden was just out here, and he was just saying, "Oh, burgers, we had those at school today." I said, "Did you eat them?" "No." "Why not?" "Because they're on like this like weird whole wheat bun thing that he doesn't like to eat, and it's
drier than hell. Crumbles.
He says you can't eat when he runs out of milk. He can't eat it no more because it's so bad. I'm like, oh.
It's so dry. Have your Sahara Desert
It
dog.
sounds good on the lunch menu. It sounds good. It sounds like a.
I think the people serving it should have to eat it.
I agree. School lunch, ladies. Well, we are not making school lunch. We are making Lily's Sizzling, and it's a whole lot better than school lunch. In fact, the National School Lunch Program should hire me, and I should come in there and fix all their menus with my sizzletastic cooking. So let's get our
I agree
onions ready.
that
We have all of our onions, and we're going to spray these.
you should have to eat your food too.
We're going to spray these guys up. We're going to get these guys nice and sauteed here. Let's get these guys on. Let's get these burger patties on. And onion rings coming up next. And these are real onion rings, not like school lunch onion rings. Y'all, so let's add a little bit of pepper over the tops of our burgers that are better than school lunch burgers. That's what I thought was one of the goals of the Obama administration, was changing the school lunches, but they're still. He's been in office since what, 2008?
You should just go back to what they were when I was a kid, because they were good.
They were good?
My school lunches weren't too bad.
They weren't bad?
We had hot lunches.
We used to get Domino's pizza delivered to our school. You could get Domino's pizza or a Taco Bell burrito at like a little cart outside of our school. And this wasn't too long ago either. That was like our middle and high school. And that was cool. That was really nice that they did that. So we're slicing up some onion rings here, you can tell.
We sell Pop-Tarts out of a vending machine.
Yeah.
But they only come with one in the package.
Here
and
or
and they're gluten-free wheat Pop-Tarts.
Sorry.
It's a joke.
Oh, okay. That's a joke. I don't think that they would even sell Pop-Tarts. Caden said he was at school with a soda pop, and they threw away a soda pop because the kids aren't allowed to have not even a can of Sprite. He was sick to his stomach that day, and I gave him a little Sprite or ginger ale or something in the can, and nope, can't have that. But they can give him all that other nasty junk. School lunches, hot topic of the day. All right, so there's my onion rings, my nose and my eyes.
That could be the
just
source
dying.
of cancer right there.
What?
School lunches.
School lunches is the source of cancer and obesity in America. It probably is.
Obesity? I don't know about obesity.
Well, that's what they were talking about, like the Obama administration. She wanted the school lunches revised for obesity and stuff like that. Now, the source of obesity in America is those big chain diners. Not Chipotle. Those big chain diners, like Applebee's and the Cheesecake Factory and all that stuff. I won't even eat there. They're just showing the most fattiest meal in America is like a blooming onion, I think, from what's a steakhouse, Outback Steakhouse thing.
Oh, I think it's good.
It's like 2,000 something calories for a blooming onion. I was like,
that's the only thing I've ever had from there.
That's the only thing you've ever had from there? Did you eat the whole thing to yourself, or you shared it?
No, we shared it. We had like a whole table.
Yeah, see, But that was my argument, is that you go there and you order a blooming onion and you're gonna share that thing with like your whole table. You're gonna eat a whole,
You go to
eat a
IHOP
whole
and you
onion
share
to
a platter.
themselves. That's a lot of onion. Woo! Speaking about onion, we are almost done here cutting up our little onion ring, guys. We got some really nice onion rings here. We're gonna sizzle onto our burger. So let's go with this, with what we got here. We got some beautiful onion rings and some beautiful burgers. We are a diner in here tonight.
Why do I want to cry?
I'm crying. Okay, so let's get some oil up here into our little oil quart thing here. You're gonna notice in these guys it says like minimum and maximum or something. I have to come over here and look. So we're gonna fill them up to about max. I'm gonna have to go get another jug of oil. So let's get this guy filled up with some oil and turned on. We're gonna make these onion rings now, and we're gonna use 1 egg and about 1 1/4 cup of flour here. We're gonna add in some pepper, some garlic. We're gonna get some buttermilk. A spoonful of buttermilk. A little bit of regular milk. Up to 1 cup as needed, as much as you need. Just throw a little bit of seasoning in here. We're going to basically give this a good whisk around. And right at the end here, I'm going to stir in a little bit more milk and then some baking powder. So this is basically the batter for your onion rings.
It's really thick.
Yep, it's nice and thick. I'm going to add in the rest of the milk. And then I'm going to add in just a little bit here of, oh, thank you, cameraman. A little spoonful here of baking powder. Okay, so the next part is we're going to be dipping these onions into this batter and then into breadcrumbs and frying these guys on up and putting them onto a plate. Alrighty, let's get ready for dipping some onions. Up next, flipping these guys on over, giving them a little gentle squeeze. Alright, so let's let these burgers cook on up. And we're still cooking our little onions over here. Those are going to start caramelizing soon. So let's work on the main part here of the show. And this is going to be our onion rings. So this is our batter and these are our onion rings. So we're going to take our onion rings in here. It's kind of a messy job. But you're going to see like you're going to get some batter on these guys like this. And you're going to let the excess batter drip off. Let the excess batter drip off. And then you're going to come over here and you're going to put them inside of your breadcrumb bowl. And you're going to coat them in breadcrumbs, just like this. There we go. Here's an onion ring, and he is ready for cooking. So I'm going to make a stack of done onion rings. We're going to stick a couple of these onion rings in together. So we're going to coat them in batter, like so. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to put them right into here. And then we're going to fry them until golden. I'm going to do a couple more just so you can get the hang of it. Let the excess batter drip off. And then just cover them into the fryer and we're going to let them fry. See?
Nothing to it.
Yep. Not much to it. Just put them in there. Get to a nice golden brown for a few minutes here.
Really important part is will be floating and golden.
Yep.
Okay, that's just about done.
Yep, we're just about done here. Got my meat over here. Okay. Nice little burgers right there. And just a little bit more oil over here with my onions. Oh yeah, sizzle up my little onions.
Oh, those look sizzle-tastic.
And they got that nice caramelization going on. Look at the onion rings. Look at the bloom that you get.
Yeah,
That's how you know
those are
they're
about done.
just about done. Take them out here in a few more seconds. I'm gonna start with this little guy right here. Hello, little guy. There we go, a little onion ring. Look at that big guy. He's like
You
a
got
big.
tears streaming down your face.
I know I do. It's
Is it
so
brown?
oniony in here. While we were over here making onion rings, we were talking about more about school lunches and all the waste at the schools. And I feel bad for wasting little pieces of the onions that couldn't be made into rings. And he's just telling me, because he cleans it up all day long, how much waste that the kids mainly throw away all their food, he said. Just makes me think how much food is wasted in America. How much food do they throw away at your school?
Almost 90% of the meal. Almost no one eats the rice.
Is it customary with like every meal that's served, or just some? Or
Most everything. They serve some really weird looking stuff.
make really mad. I don't like hearing about food waste. It just makes me upset. What's even matters is that we pay for that and then they just waste it because they're not cooking it good.
Yeah, the kids don't care. They go home and snack and
I
grill
know.
things.
Yeah, when I was substituting there before at some of the schools, they would just throw it all away or throw it into the middle and then someone can come eat it if they want to, but it's pretty gross stuff. It's like, how do these kids eat? Alright, so we're almost done here. These onion rings are almost ready to be cooked on up too.
These ones are nice and crispy looking.
Yeah, I know. Nice and golden. That's how I like them. Nice and golden onion rings. Well, about
Yeah,
done.
roasting marshmallows on to roasting some onion rings.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to get these onions up here onto this whole plate, a whole big plate of onion rings. And after that, we're going to get our buns, and we're going to take our buns and season them up, and we're going to basically press our sandwiches down because we're going to grill these patty melts in between Swiss cheese and cheddar cheese. So it's going to be two types of cheeses grilled on a bun, and we're going to smush them down and grill marks the whole nine here. So it's going to be really nice once we assemble them in a few minutes. And we're about done here with some more of these guys. Oh, look at that guy. Watch your finger, cameraman.
That looks like a shrimp or something.
It does. If I could eat shrimp, I'd cook it for the show. Like I can take a few more minutes. Unfortunately, I have a really bad shellfish allergy, so I can't do it. Even though I'd like to. It'd be fun to fry shrimp in here. I like this little fryer doodad guy. He's fun to fry in. A lot safer than how we used to do it on the stovetop too.
Yeah, I'd say it's more controlled.
Yeah, it's more controlled. You just have to watch your portions of how many you're frying at a time. So we're gonna let those guys continue to fry up. So we're going to continue frying up these onion rings here. We're going to get this plated up, ready to go here. We're going to start working on sandwich assembly after these onion rings fry up. Look at all these just beautiful onion rings. Running out of space on our plate. It made a lot of onion rings, that onion did.
Is it only like one
sizzling.
onion? Half of one onion?
No, it's about, yeah, it was
whole
about
onion?
3/4 of an onion.
Yeah.
And we end up using those big rings for.
There's a huge onion though.
That was a huge onion. It was like a mega onion. There you go. Your little dough balls, rocks. Dough balls.
Waste not, want not.
Exactly. Alright. Well, we'll let those things fry up for a few seconds there and make some little dough balls. Okay, I'm going to start sandwich assembly. Look at that beautiful, golden, delicious plate of onion rings. And they're really good in sizzletastic. That's like sizzletastic worthy right there. Alrighty, folks, we're back. We're going to start assembling some burgers here. So we're going to take some rye bread here and we're going to cut the rye bread in half. So we're going to use 1 piece of rye bread per every burger. Mix this around here. On one side of your bun. And just a tiny bit of mustard. Put on 1 piece of cheese. We're going to take a scoop of onions. Take a scoop of caramelized onions out here. Come on, little onions. Get some caramelized onions up onto this. Perfect. We're going to take a burger bun here. That's a nice juicy burger. Put us a burger on top. Take another piece of cheese. There we go. This on top here. We're going to take and we're going to have some butter on top of this bread. And then we're going to grill it and press it down. We're going to put butter on our other side of our bread too, while it's on the grill. We're going to do this until the cheese melts and the bread gets nice and done. There we go. Cameraman's like, up yourself, like get uppity and preppy. I'm like, all right. Sitting here like trying to do this like so easily. I'm like, now I've got to flip it around.
Quit flipping out.
I'm making the perfect burgers, cameraman. That requires some concentration. I can't be uppity. I'm going to do this side of the bun real quick. Get back up there. Stay up there. I'm going to press it down really hard. Just like a grilled cheese sandwich. Wait. And let that cheese melt. All that cheese. You can come over here and get a nice good shot of this cheese. Can you see it melting? Can you see the cheese melting? Can you see my bun toasting, my cheese melting? This is exactly what you want for your patty melt. Folks, this is our patty melt right here. That is our beautiful, nice patty melt. So we're going to be doing this with all of our patty melts here. We're going to get them nice and beautified. Take my grill off for a few seconds. Cut. We're going to get nice and beautified here. Now we're going to come over here for some onion rings. We're going to get some onion rings that are sitting over here. And we're going to take out a little good handful of onion rings. And put these guys up on here, like so. There we go. Some onion rings. And I'm going to make a little bit of onion ring sauce. And I'm going to go back to cooking all these patty melts for the rest of the family. We'll get our showcase plate up on first. Take some ranch dressing and take some sriracha sauce. This stuff's hot. Some hot sauce here. There we go. And we're going to add, just like that, there you go, some spicy hot sauce for your onion rings. And that is perfect. Because if you add in any more heat, he's pointing to horseradish. I want horseradish. If you add any more heat into that second, you won't even be able to eat. So this is our episode here of our patty melts with our onion rings and our sriracha sauce. I hope you like another episode of Lily's Sizzling. Remember how we made those onion rings? We had to chop up all these onions and just cry while we're talking about like our school lunch program over here. And so anyways, we took all those onions and we put them in some egg batter type stuff there with the buttermilk and the milk and the flour, and we put them into the breadcrumbs. We seasoned up the onion rings with some red pepper and garlic and pepper and all that good stuff. And then we took our patty melts here. We had our burgers with the Worcestershire sauce, the ketchup and the mustard and all that stuff and the onions. Yeah, I know, I can't say it. Don't even shake your head at me. I know I can't pronounce it. I can't pronounce it all. And so anyways, we grilled these guys on up here and we got their cheese nice and melted and just, that is a patty melt. See it? It's all melty in there. Melty, gooey, melty cheese. It says, eat me, eat me. Thank you folks for watching another episode of Lily's Sizzling, and you will eat the cheese and the patty melt. I know. I'm silly. And I made ranch dressing with some sriracha sauce real quick just to dip your onion ring guys into. So I hope you like this episode. Come watch us on sizzletastic.com, youtube.com/Lily's Sizzling. Someplace around in here I'll put it on my nose. Someplace, yeah, sizzletastic across my face. There we go. So anyways, I'll come watch us on youtube.com/TheRocksHeart and come like us on Facebook, facebook.com/sizzletastic. So I hope you like another episode of Lily's Sizzling. Keep it sizzletastic until next time, y'all. Bon appetit. See ya.